Better than Lego. Better than Lego.
Matthew Johns is in position for a long-range shot. He's with it now, Matthew Johns. Here goes the kick from Johns.
Welcome to the Johns Family Podcast. On this week, pretty special week. We'll get to that in a second. How are you, family? You doing good?
Yeah, Big Am, I'm very well. Great shirt.
Yes, you bought it for me, the Liam Gallagher shirt.
Did I?
Is that an essential shirt?
No, it's Represent over in the UK,
right.
that brand. Yeah, sometimes I forget all the gifts I get you guys.
Coop, you
forget them as in forget to get them.
No, I forget how many I give you. I always give you.
Forget them.
Cooper said, I guarantee you this, you'll never get a shirt more expensive than that. And I went, well, you'll be surprised the places I shop these days. Yeah, hello to best and less. Okay, people, let's get straight into this. We've got a lot to talk about. If you were a country town, Patricia, because we just spent the weekend.
Can I go last? Because I have quite a selection, so I'll just wait and see what
A
no one else
selection?
chooses. Quite a selection. I'm very ambitious
Okay.
on country towns
Jack Johns, if
that I
you're-
wish to visit.
Okay, if you're a country town, Jack, which would you be?
Matthew, I went with Queenstown, Tasmania.
Wow.
Much like its namesake, it's quite dead. Hosting a name of unspeakable horrors. One person on TripAdvisor commented this: we went through Queenstown once and it was like a scene out of Deliverance. And then another said, hubby wanted to stop for a look around, and I'm like, nope, this town has hills have eyes vibes. I'll stay in the car and lock the doors, thanks.
Really?
I thought that. I kind of like went looking for a town
I'm just
that's horrifying, and I thought, yeah, I'll be that town.
I want to
Do
go.
you know what?
That's
If
where
you're
I'm going.
I want to go with you.
Yeah,
I
hopefully,
will look
you know
after
what?
you.
You and Jack can go.
Book
Yeah,
me,
I'll
That'd be
go.
fine.
book me a flight.
That
to
would be
Queenstown.
horrifying.
I've never heard of Queenstown, Tasmania.
How weird about the amount of preparation just went into Jack.
Well, that's what it's all about.
I like it.
That's what it's all about. You know, it's treating our listeners with respect.
Jacko, you got a black eye because you actually at the moment look like you've got eyeliner happening.
He's got a black eye.
Like
Yeah,
more
it's
eyeliner
where-
than I do.
It's
So I don't try to tackle redheads, Brad Parker.
Brad, nice
redhead's
lad.
strong. What about you,
He's
Cooper?
a good lad.
Well, I had Sweet Mudgee after that we had there.
A lot of thought there.
Yeah, well, I've actually been there, unlike Jack's one, and probably the 40 you're about to name as well. Great town. I reckon I could live in Mudgee, honestly. After
It's a
being
nice town.
there. Yeah, and just great
Nice
people.
people. Yeah.
Your nan came from Mudgee.
Yep, you said that last week.
Yeah.
Did
we
I?
went and had a little visit to the pub.
Yes.
It wasn't open at the time,
The,
but we still
the
visited.
Federal, I was peering through as the cleaners were there. They were thinking, who's this crazy man?
Yeah.
I remember a girl came up to me, and a very old lady, and she said she knew Gail.
Really?
Mudgee, yeah, yep. She was in the Pokies.
Was she in the Pokies?
She was playing the Pokies.
They're my people.
Yeah.
What about you, Trish? Oh, no, you want to
You
go
go
last.
ahead, Matthew.
I've gone Cunnamulla.
Cunnamulla fella.
Yeah. 'cause
Cunning
it's
Lingus.
tough. No.
I don't think so.
Not you. No,
that
no.
come
It's
from?
been a long time. Because I'm tough, occasionally dusty, a little rough around the edges, not big but charming. And I'd love, as you said before, I'm a fella from Cunnamulla. I'm the Cunnamulla fella. Bit
That's
of
a
Slim
good
Dusty.
song. Oh, really? Actually, my rendition of that is
Screaming
Dave.
Jets.
Yeah, Dave Gleason.
Yeah, originally Slim.
Okay.
Righto, Trish. Let's go.
Well-
Unfurl the list.
Okay, well, I'm just going to give you two. Tamworth, because I've always wanted to go to the country music festival there,
Mm-hmm.
which I hear is really great, and it has a big golden guitar. And the other place I want to go is Park, because they have the Elvis Festival every year,
We have to
which
go.
I think is pretty cool.
We have to go to the Elvis.
That would be fun. It just sounds fun.
And do you know why it's called the Park Spaceman?
Because they had the big radio telescope that helped
did.
broadcast the first moon landing.
When Neil Armstrong
Hmm.
and our man Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, it was beamed that they used from
I knew-
parks.
Yeah, there's a movie
There
about
was
it.
the dish.
The dish. There you go.
Excellent.
And it's not that far from Dubbo, I believe. And I also want to go to Dubbo. I've never been to Dubbo. I've never been to lots of places in Australia.
Whereas as opposed to us, we've been everywhere, man.
We.
Bit of shout out to Lucky Star. Boys.
Dubbo's a good place.
Is
it
it? Have you
good?
been to Dubbo?
Dubbo's
Yeah,
a
no,
good
I've
place.
not.
Matt
They've got
Burton-
the good zoo.
Matt Burton territory, I think.
Yeah, the Rose Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good footballers. Isaiah Yeo, the
Yeah.
Dubbo boy.
You know another place I've never been in Australia, but loads of
Queenstown?
people I meet in Sydney
Adelaide.
particularly, Wagga. Wagga Wagga.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's a great town.
And have you been?
Yep.
How can I be your mother and you've been and I haven't?
Well, it's actually a really big country town, Wagga Wagga.
Yes.
I think it's potentially the biggest one in Australia.
Yeah, it might be. They have
Yeah.
like one of those big hospitals centres there. Yeah.
And again, a lot of good sportsmen.
Lots of people, like our good friends, Kath and Scott Martin.
Yeah.
They're
The,
from
Bre-
Wagga.
the Brentnells.
The Brentnells,
Yeah,
yes.
lots of
Greg
people,
Brentnell and Mark
yeah.
Brentnell. Mark Taylor, Adam Gilchrist, Michael Slater. There's been a lot of very good footballers, of course. The Mortimer brothers, Steve, Chris, and Peter. It just goes on, and so on and so forth.
I've got to get out more.
How was your week, boys? Okay, let's dig into this week. It was pretty incredible week for the family.
Yeah. What do you want us to tell? Let's start in the beginning.
Yeah, let's be more specific.
Okay, can I ask you this? I was curious for this through the week. The build-up, when you have team meetings, you take apart the opposition team, you talk about every player individually. Did they, firstly to you, Coop, did they refer to Jack during the build-up to the game?
In the utmost respect to Jack, they didn't, but that's not because he wasn't a threat. They just sort of talked about their forward pack generally. Pretty generally, in terms of, they've got good forwards. They rely on. It was more so like they rely on their back three. A lot of individuals. It wasn't really talking about individuals as much.
Well, maybe they should have, because mate, he was just steamrolling through and scoring tries.
He was, and mate, I'm not going against him. I've given him a huge rap in the media that I've done after the game. So, mate, well done, Jack. You win this round.
Jack, what about Cooper? Of course, your coach, Adam O'Brien. Look at Jack smiling like a Cheshire cat.
I know, we like it.
With that great and that black shirt that he's worn 50 times.
Mate, when he's on a winner, he sticks to it. Jack, what about Cooper, mate? Because the coach, Adam O'Brien, knows Cooper very, very well.
From Melbourne days,
Yeah, well, actually, considering he's had the bye earlier in the year too, there weren't too many games. As many games between you and Schuster. So, like, the video was pretty. All the shapes that they showed were pretty like even between you and Shuey doing that first receiver role. So we watched a fair bit of that. Saw his little legs stopping and tossing and turning and running at tempo and throwing it out the back.
Lovely.
And did it scare you?
He actually pissed himself.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The video room, when they showed you, you could actually smell piss everywhere. Everyone pissed themselves. I was so nervous.
But no, mate, the week was. We went down to Mudgee on Tuesday.
You did. You had
We went down
literally
early.
a week down there.
It was good. We were. I was going to mention actually, a great friend of the show. Me and Sweet Lachlan Croker did a little promo down there at Blouse Clothing.
Yeah. Blows, darling.
It's renowned Blouse.
Is it?
Yeah, he said that the owner was in there, Aaron, sweet Aaron,
damn.
and Luke was in there, and I called it Blows, and he looked at me and said, "It's Blouse." Obviously, he thought I was making a joke about blowjobs,
I thought it was.
which I
Naturally.
Don't you laugh. Trisha might be too close to the bone. I remember going to the Trisha school reunion, not the
Matt's
1978
favourite
one,
story.
and they were giving out novelty awards.
Yeah.
And they gave it, for the usual stuff. The person who was most likely to achieve, the person who was most likely to do nothing with their lives. And then they got an award up and they pulled out a blow dryer and they went, let's give it to the blow queen for the woman who gave the best head jobs at school. And Trish won it.
No way.
I was so proud. It was unbelievable.
Which is pretty tricky since I went to an all-girls school.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, that's sweet principal.
She was a nun.
Oh, God, it's God. Did you boys speak through during the game, Jack?
Not really. When he first ran out, they were playing the Eagle Rock, and I was sort of singing along, and Coop was being Mr. Serious, sitting out there about to defend on the wing as he usually does, and then for kickoffs, and then I did lock eyes with who's your assistant again, Cooper?
Shane Flanagan.
Jim Dimmick.
Jimmy Dimmick.
Jim Dimmick, who was out there running the blue shirt, and he was laughing at me.
Yeah, nice. What about because Cooper, you tackled Jack at one point.
Yeah.
There was a degree of roughing up, and I looked to you during the game. There was no laughter; it was just serious. You're at marker with laser eyes on the next. Jack had a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, Jack had a bit of a laugh. He just got put on his back like he should be in regular position, the turtle position.
After I walked you about 15 metres.
Well,
Ooh, big talking.
I don't look at that sort of stuff, mate. I look at the speed of the play of the ball, which that was the only one I managed to win. But I'll tell you what, I got asked this question a fair bit when he scored his little try.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a little try.
No, it was a little one.
It was an awesome
it was a great try under the post when he scored his try. we were obviously under the pump at that point, down to 12, and I was disappointed in our defence. But I'll tell you what, big fella, as much as I hang shit on you, I was proud. I was proud to see those thick legs get under that post. I was very happy. Not even Tommy Turbo could stop you, mate.
Did you think about doing a Dane Laurie and liking it on Instagram?
What's that?
Oh, Dane Laurie, there's been a bit of controversy because Selwyn Cobbo against the Tigers took it like an intercept of sorts and went the length of the field and scored. And Dane Laurie, who isn't in the Tigers team at the moment but is a Tiger, he liked it on Instagram. But him and Selwyn are friends. So for me, that's kosher.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
And and you can respect a good highlight.
Of course you
can respect just because it's on your team doesn't
I think
mean
we're
it's
bigger
not,
than that.
Just doesn't mean it's not a good highlight.
Whose idea was it to swap jerseys?
That was mine.
Yeah, good idea.
He's cheap. When I was going, let's swap jerseys, he goes, no, mate, they'll take it out of my pay. I said, no, give me that damn jersey.
Don't worry, our bloody gear man Rossi, he has every single day I've come in, he blew up after the game. He goes, I was holding Jack's jersey, and he goes, you've got your jersey though, haven't you? And I said, Rossi, how do you expect? Would you expect me to take Jack's and just leave mine? Obviously, I had to swap jerseys, and I'm in there disappointed after a loss. And he was going, "No, it's going to cost you." And I was going, "That's fine.
Tell
just take it
Rossi
out
to
of my
send
pay."
me the bill,
Yeah.
and I'll send it on to
Sorry,
Mr.
kid.
Volandis.
And then every day since, even today, he keeps saying it's going to cost you. He goes,
What a shithead.
he goes, I'll take cash, an invoice, or maybe we can figure it out some other way.
Whoa,
Blouse.
Rossi.
And Rossi, let me tell you something. He's one of those creepy little gear men. That man,
Oh,
he would. I don't trust him.
Steering in my direction.
Our gear man Mark he just went, mate, 100% swap it. I was like, sweet as Mark.
Now, guys,
Sweet Mark.
it was hard to stay sober going around those old mudgy pubs, which you walk in and just smells of cold beer.
Yeah, no, but Matt, can you appreciate that I did not have a drink while we're there in support of you? Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Because I would have liked a red wine one night. And I went, no, I don't need to have one.
Do you know what was happening? People coming up saying, oh, mate, the boys playing against each other. What's going to happen? And I absolutely swear to God.
This is
and
true.
I did it totally in jest. I did this numerous times. This was my standard line. Hey, do you want to tip on what's going to happen? It's going to go to Golden Point, and it's going to be a draw after Golden Point.
People are going to start thinking
Some
it's
bloke
fixed.
come up to us that night.
On Saturday night.
On Saturday night in a Manly jersey, and he said to us that you actually said to him, it'll be a draw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
I
don't
didn't
remember.
know you could still have a draw.
We gave, of course, Lockie Miller. He was coming on
Oh, what a
our
lovely
Sunday
young
night
fella.
show, and we gave him a lift back to Sydney. He's a nice fella.
Really lovely fellow.
Do you think he's too nice?
Yeah,
No.
he is. Big
No,
time.
he's not.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as too nice. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
No,
stopped.
he's lovely. And mate, what a great player.
Yeah.
Oh.
How good is he?
He's a great player.
Great.
Yeah. And I love that he's come from Union and his other background. It's really good. Yeah. He's great.
Could I just say this at the moment? This is on a totally different scale. Trish used to bust my balls about drinking too much. Have a guess what she's busting my balls with now?
Not drinking.
No, eating too many eggs.
No, we talked about that last week, and I have some
Yeah, I was
information
about
for
to
you.
say deja vu, Collar.
Yeah.
Deja vu over and over again. Okay. Have you done a bit of research on what is acceptable? How many
On the
eggs?
eggs, yes. According to, and I went to quite a few sources, the New Zealand Heart Foundation,
Well, we're not in New Zealand.
US, and the Australian Heart Foundation.
Okay, what did they say?
All of them were 6 to 7 eggs a week.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Well, I went on the Peruvian recommendation. It's 42 a day.
Well, it's not true
How
because
many,
there is.
how many do you have a week?
Oh, he was having a ridiculous. He has cut back this week
I'm having three.
after I chatted him publicly like
three,
this.
three a day.
Not now.
I
No,
feel like-
because Charlie gets one. Charlie
It-
gets an egg.
Do we move now to Cooper's nasty review, or you get a little bit something
No,
left?
because I still wanted to talk about Mudgee. Matt, you failed to mention the number of people that came up and said, "Oh, Trish, you're
Yeah.
our favourite on the podcast." Do you remember?
Oh, wow.
I publicly acclaimed. I said, "See, they're real. They're real people."
Well,
Jack, I'm actually starting to feel like that iconic band who's being overshadowed by the support act. I just want to say, Trish, I don't mind you being good, but don't be too good.
No.
Oh, yeah? My nose is slightly out of joint.
Oh.
And I've had other people come up and say, oh, yeah, the podcast, mate. Mate, the boys are so good on it. And I'm sitting there going, come on, like a puppy dog with puppy dog eyes going, what a about Matty?
Matty needs a pat.
What about Matty? Look after him. Yeah.
You're okay.
Cooper, your nasty review for the week?
Yeah, I've only got one message for you this week.
No.
Because, yes. Well,
Unbelievable.
I know. Will it come after the... Well,
Because there's a world of arseholes out there.
Oh, no. Don't worry. I've got plenty of hate.
Oh.
But I've kind of tried to detox with social media to stay away from
You
the
should.
hate for confidence reasons. But one managed to slip through to my eyes. And it's pretty good. So this... I'm going to name and shame him too.
Good,
Actually.
do.
Jared Scott, I'm talking to you, sweet Jared. He messaged me saying, "Congrats on the draw on the weekend, mate. Glad you scored a try over your loudmouth twat of a brother." So obviously his message is the wrong brother, that piece of shit, that bow-legged piece of shit.
Oh.
And then I messaged him back saying, wrong brother muscles. And then he said, "At least I have muscles, McLovin."
Oh!
That's a good one.
Sweet Jared.
You know what? I was
Good
going to
new
say.
hero.
I think I could be friends with Jared.
I was about to stalk him, but then he was nice to you, so I can't
Jared
really.
feels like my kind of guy.
Goddamn Jared.
Jared, we need to hear more from you.
What about you,
Hey,
Jack? Look, yeah, sorry, mate.
Oh,
You go.
sorry, mate. I was about to say, can we talk quietly? Remember, we looked at a topic a little while ago about when people used to prank on airlines during flights because there's no Wi-Fi. People
yeah.
will go under pseudonyms on their phone and airdrop photos to people throughout the flight.
Yeah.
Some people, will message like a photo of themselves saying, "I'm the pilot, just about to have a few drinks while I'm flying the plane," a few different things like that. Well, why on the weekend when I'm sitting in the opposition sheds, as I'm on my phone, I started getting weird messages of Jaden Brayley sent to my phone via airdrop under the name Cooper Johns in the sheds.
Go on.
Cooper.
Yeah, I was in the sheds. Go on, finish it.
And I kept declining it. And then apparently me and Jaden Brayley were getting airdrop messages to try and put us off before the game.
Obviously didn't work.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, I was sitting in there. I remember I was sitting next to Sean Kepi, and because I was airdropping Kepi something just to make him laugh. And then I looked and Brails and Jack popped up on my airdrop.
And
I
you
was
went,
like,
great
and then I
idea.
was just trying to send him this stuff relentlessly. It just kept saying decline. Yeah, it was pretty funny. It was a picture. I can't even remember what the picture was. It was a weird picture. I'm glad they didn't pick it up. It would have put him off.
Yeah.
We would have beat him. We would have flogged him.
You know what you said before about
Sliding doors.
Jack, about when people get there, say they're the pilot, I'm just about to have a few drinks. Virgin Atlantic's first ever flight, I know Richard Branson's airline, because he always does things a little bit different, Richard Branson. When they did I said, okay, the captain and co-captain just want to say a few words on this maiden flight. So they're sitting there and there was like guys, like there were two like rastas with dreadlocks and they're going, "Okay, man, be safe with the flight." And they're smoking joints and everyone's going, "Holy, what the going on here?" Anyway, they took it off and turned around. It was Viv Richards and Ian Botham.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was a
pretty cool.
nice touch. Jack, you're 10-1 this week, brother.
Yeah, my 10 to 1 this week is songs that you didn't know were sampled from other songs.
Boom.
So there you go.
This will be
You know
good.
how this works, Cooper. So you get. I tried to go with a few songs. Now this is a 10 to 1, but I've tried to go with some songs. There are some obvious ones, but some that you might not have known. So here we go. Number 10, I've gone with "Paper Planes" by MIA. You know the song,
Yep.
Cooper?
Love Paper Planes.
That's the tune from that is taken straight from "Straight Outta Hell" by The Clash.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Cooper, no, I don't think you two will understand that one.
No, I know.
think I did.
I do. I love MIA. She had a song, I'm trying to think of it, originally. Her first song was an absolute cracker.
I Love It or something like that? All right.
Yeah, anyway.
Never mind. Number 9 is "Otis" by Kanye and Jay-Z, which is taken straight from, and obviously they use his name in the title track, "Try a Little Tenderness" by Otis Redding.
Oh, I love it.
It's a great song.
Number 8 by Daft Punk and Kanye, the song "Stronger," which is sampled from the song "Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger,"
Yeah.
is actually taken from "Coca-Cola Bottle" by Edwin Binson. It's an old disco track. Number 7 is "Sing for the Moment" by Eminem, is clearly taken from "Dream On" by Aerosmith.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
That's a
Love
great one.
Aerosmith.
"Juicy" by Biggie Smalls is taken from M-Tomb's song called "Juicy Fruit." There you go. There's a few disco tracks that get sampled a fair bit. Chic's "Good Times" is taken from the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight.
Oh yeah.
Share that. Sugar.
This is a good one. Pastime Paradise by Stevie Wonder is used by our man Coolio. Rest easy, old mate. Gangster's Paradise.
Too soon, Jack.
True. Your favourite song, Cobber, by Destiny's Child, Bootylicious.
Oh yeah.
Samples Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks.
Miley also did an Edge of 17 sample.
The start does.
Bloody love Destiny's Child.
Do you know how the start of Bootylicious goes?
Yep. Bootylicious. Bootylicious.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Kelly Rowlands.
Oh, you're big on Kelly, aren't you?
Cool.
Leo.
Number 2 is Tears Don't Dry on Their Own by Amy Winehouse. Is taken obviously from Ain't No Mountain High Enough, Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah.
Word.
And one I didn't actually realise, California Love by Dr. Dre and Tupac is taken from Woman to Woman by Joe Cocker, which is pretty much exactly the same.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And I love Tears Don't Dry on Their Own, and I didn't know that. I don't know how I missed that.
Well, there's the amount of songs that are sampled that you would have no idea about is crazy. There's so many little parts that they sample.
Wow, I never picked that up.
Yeah.
I did that. Remember, in New York at karaoke.
Oh, did you?
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Can't really remember. Must have been all the gummies I had. We'll take a really quick break, and we're going to come back and talk about Succession, John Wick, and we're going to extend on world's happiest countries. Welcome back to the John's Family Podcast. Cooper, it's been a big week in pop culture. Succession, Trish. Hey, just a question with Succession, which is back.
Yeah.
Sarah Snook, who's
The Aussie actress.
Yeah, Aussie actress from Adelaide. Gav, you might be able to give me the nod here, or is she related to Julie Snook from Channel 9? Don't know. Gav's shrugging. I wonder, because Snook is not really a common name.
Oh, I know a surgeon who's a snook in Sydney. So
Well,
yeah.
okay. Well,
Maybe it's a little
you've
bit
trumped
more
me.
common than
Well, I
that.
know a rapper called Snoop Dogg.
Snooki?
No,
What about
it's good.
Snooki?
There's some good characters in there.
Okay, now, Cooper, I think it was Jack put me onto John Wick.
Yes.
How good is it?
Oh,
One of the great characters. One of the great.
I love Keanu
storyline.
though.
Keanu's. I think it's. Am I so bold to say it's his best role? It's his best character.
Point Break, Johnny Utah.
Nah.
I think John Wick's got him.
Oh,
John
in the
Wick.
first one, second and third, I'm trying to catch up to go so that I can go to the movies and watch number 4 that's
Well,
just come out. But
yeah,
they're a bit the same.
they are a little bit the same, but the storyline it does continue to evolve.
I think it needs a love interest.
I enjoyed John Wick 4. I thought it was good. I gave it a 7
It was
out of
quite
10.
long though, wasn't it? 3 hours?
3 hours. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was in there, and we were the only people in there. There was one bloke that sat 3 rows behind us in the whole cinema on his own.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I thought that would be weird, like somebody going to watch a gruesome movie like that on their own.
Yeah, but maybe he just likes John Wick. I'd go and do that. I
Well,
love going to the movies on
I
my
was the only person in the whole cinema recently when I went. It was fantastic.
And what did you go see?
Human Centipede.
Human Centipede. I just sat there with my pants off.
Oh,
I actually
that?
did that old thing where I put the popcorn on my old fella and was doing it myself. Like, yeah, technically, that's masturbation, but hey, there was no one there to see me.
That is so inappropriate.
Well,
I'm quietly, actually, vocally disgusted in you.
yeah. Well, okay.
Let's move on to that world's happiest countries.
Could I just say on Keanu Reeves? I don't know if he does pull it off.
No, he does.
So when I think of tough
he's
guys,
awesome.
I think Charles Bronson, Clint Eastwood, Tom Hardy, Liam Neeson. I don't think of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, okay.
like him.
Sorry, I'm just going to stop you there. You think Clint Eastwood is a tough... Can you imagine Clint Eastwood, who's like an 80-year-old bag
Plus.
of bones kind of bloke, doing John Wick?
Yeah, I do.
And can we also describe, like, he might, in your day, Cobber, when you were younger, might look tough, but even those old movies where he's walking through, he actually looks like a stick figure.
Yeah,
walking
you're
through.
right.
I don't
He's
think
not-
I think it looks like a tumbleweed would blow him over.
Yeah, I'd love to see you mess with him. You might get off my lawn.
Jack has messed with him before. Actually, he used to be Jack's coach.
Yeah.
That is true.
Bang, bang, bang.
Boom.
Rubber.
Matthew,
Do you know?
didn't you tell me something really interesting about Keanu
I know,
Reeves?
you
About
what?
his ethnicity?
Yeah, he was
we're
brought up in
watching
Lebanon. Yeah, he's brought up.
And did you say he's it's partially got a bit of Chinese?
Yes, Chinese,
Yeah.
Hawaiian. There's a
It's
raft
quite a-
of things. Would you believe his mother ran away from home when she was young, and of all places she went to Beirut and
From
met,
China? Was it China? You're not sure.
No, I think she was in America, but ran away to Beirut and met the husband who also ran away to Beirut. So there you go. Yeah, good baseballer, Beirut. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
I'm on fire.
Oh, not so much. Anyway, world's happiest
extinguish me.
countries. Remember, you were whinging and whining, particularly Cooper, as to why Finland came in first for 6 years in a row. Here is the criteria, and we were right. So it's real gross domestic product per capita, social support,
Okay.
healthy life expectancy,
Those Nordics live a long time.
the freedom, like actual just general freedom.
To walk and be
And
safe.
to make life choices, absence of corruption and / crime, and generosity. So they must have a
How do
very
you measure generosity? What
Well,
charitable donations?
yes, yeah. So I would say they would have a very low socioeconomic group there. They would receive a lot of support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people living in poverty, if you like.
Because up around the Baltics, I'm curious. I don't think they were part of the Soviet Union. I think I get the feeling they were independent, which is unusual. Tell you, Michael Checker had him on the podcast through the week. He said something.
Oh, when you're talking with Coop?
Yep, he had something really interesting to say about France. He said France, because it's a socialist government.
Very socialist.
He said, like, okay, I'm trying to think what it is. So if the wage that if you were involved, you had an employer, the wage that he pays you, he's also got to pay almost the same amount to the government.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a really it's a high tax country. But education is
What
free,
about
it looks after people who are underprivileged.
And I also think that the French medical system is quite good.
Yes.
Yeah.
very
so
good.
they've sorted it out.
Our
quite well.
favourite in SAS Australia, Boyd Cordner,
Oh.
he's tore his pec.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Coming out of the helicopter or something, wasn't
Oh,
it?
was that-
It was the one where they dropped from the helicopter and poor bloke's torn his pec. Jack actually did have that little re-listening to the podcast where we did our odds on it, Dad. Jack did say, is his body a little bit too injury prone for a shoulder injury or something? So
Well, it wasn't so much about that. I think it was more so around the fact that he played a pretty full, like his career was just like, if you look at like speed of careers, his was like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I just found it hard for his body to keep up with. Like he didn't need another. He's probably done 1,000 army camps. He doesn't need to do another one.
Yeah, he was actually in the Roosters top squad when he was 16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite young.
And he had, I think,
Yeah.
2 reconstructions.
I
when he was
remember
And there can be that.
Shandor was in the training with the first grade at Roosters at the time too, when Boyd Cordner came up when he was 16 and started training with him. He said he's never seen someone run as hard or train as hard as Boyd Cordner as a 16-year-old.
So are you boys saying that a lot of pressure on their bodies as
Yeah.
a younger developing body?
Well, like Jack said, he's played the game the same way from when he was 16, basically as soon as he's come into first grade to the way he ended it. Like he never really changed his game. He always stayed the exact same, played as physical as he
Played
did.
tough.
And that takes a toll on someone's body. Like,
Because he wasn't a skillful player as such. He wasn't
He works
an
extra
Isaiah
hard.
Yeo.
and you look at players who come in and play really hard the first few years of their career. Usually they'll either swap positions or develop other parts of their game, develop their skills. So it sort of takes the physicality of their game out of it. But he
Lessons that he's
was in a
kept
position
hard.
where he just played the exact same way from day one till
See,
the end of the day.
and that's
And knowing what type of leader he was, plus the way he played and what I've been told about his training, you knew that he wasn't going to be one of those people that when he does it, he's going to just sort of sit mid-pack or sit towards the back and sort of ease it out and then, progressively get better and sort of just dip their toe in a bit. You just
Yeah.
knew that he was going to be the type of dude that went
Hard.
1,000,000 miles an hour from day one.
Yeah.
Like, he'll
He's
lead
going
the
to
pack
give it
if he
all.
had to.
Yeah.
I maintain it's not age. Like, particularly when you get past 30, it is literally like a car. It's miles on the clock.
Yeah. I've always said that to you.
I never
you-
heard.
you-
I've
with your-
never
yes.
ever heard
With
you
your
say that.
training, I go, Matt, your heart only has so many beats in it.
Oh my God.
I have
That's
said that.
so depressing.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, Big M, do you want to give your good chat a plug?
Okay, yeah, my good chat coming up is Gary Jubilant.
Yeah.
Who retired police officer.
He's a very nice man.
Incredibly nice man,
had
but
lunch
has
with him.
been involved with some of the most heinous crimes. And I don't know, God, that stuff must stay with you. It's a really interesting chat about some of those cases, but just his influences, growing up, the things that formed him as a human, dealing with PTSD. Yeah, it's really good. Class act. It was Gav that put me onto him.
It's hard. It's a hard gig, police officer. It is a hard gig.
Particularly
Yeah, can be.
the kind of cop that he was.
Yeah.
You're dealing with the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
And it was
absolutely.
really interesting in the chat. He was saying when you sit opposite somebody who is this terrible murderer, done terrible things, how you interview them. And this is just a little bit of a tease for it. He just said, I said, how does it work? Do you ever sit there and feel like grabbing the guy and like just smacking him in the mouth?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, you feel like it. He said, but the key is, he said, you actually don't acknowledge anything. He said, no matter what they say, you just go,
Stone face.
okay, now tell me about that. He said, because what they want is acknowledgement. Some of them get off at it.
Yeah.
So he said, you just go, they might say something and they expect to shock you, and then you just move on to the next subject. He said, you do not give them the satisfaction.
Well,
Sheer
yeah,
evil.
Gav just, sweet Gav just wrote down on the paper, homicide detective.
Homicide
He was.
detective.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yes.
that's right.
I'm sorry.
And you had Wendy Harmer this week.
Wendy Harmer.
Yeah.
When she's hilarious.
Yes, she is hilarious.
Yeah.
Wendy gave me a call. She said she had some good stuff, but she said she had some... there was a headline in one of the papers, Wendy Harmer, and it said, she goes, back in my day, all we had was a bottle of champagne, a gram of Coke.
I know,
And
I
of course,
did
that
see
was the
that.
headline.
Of course.
no.
She said the kids went up and said, oh, Mum, did that really happen? She goes, oh, no, it's just having a bit of fun with that.
Yeah.
Hey, can
Oh,
I
no.
just, while we're just on the subject of pop culture for 1 second, tonight I'm thinking about going and seeing Air, the film on how Nike signed Michael Jordan, directed by Ben Affleck.
Yep.
But it's got 100% Rotten Tomatoes, as I said
Has
last
it?
week. What was really interesting, listening to Ben Affleck talk about the movie, he said, spoke about the relationship and the friendship he and Matt Damon had. They said, they grew up just around the corner. Of course, they're best mates. But he said, up until their third film, they actually had shared bank accounts.
I read that the other day.
They
I
had
love that.
They had a shared bank account.
Yeah, because sometimes they were broke. The nature of their
Yep.
their career.
And he said
sometimes
it-
they were broke. They shared. Yeah.
And he said it
It's
wasn't
pretty cool.
until they started getting offered, regular big roles that they had to split. Which, I mean, from Matt Damon's angle, he'd be lucky given Ben Affleck's all his divorces.
Oh,
Things
he's
like
only
that.
had one.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I reckon Jenny from the block would have taken him for the cleaners first time around.
No, they didn't marry.
Didn't they?
No. He actually married what was it? Her name is Jennifer as well.
Jennifer Lawrence?
No,
Jennifer Hudson?
Jennifer Garner.
Garner.
Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
She was, what was that character she was? The action.
John Wick?
No, God, you're a knob.
No, John
Stop.
Wick's Yvonne Wick. It was on. Okay,
my
we'll
God.
take a really quick break and we'll come back for, you wanted it, people. You got it, hot or not. Welcome back to the John's Family Podcast. It's time for Hot or Not. I'm just going to lay out some stuff. You tell me whether it's hot, cot. Sorry.
What?
I said, it's an old saying, hot cock. You know when people, it's a way of saying, are you lying? If someone says, someone told me that, they went fishing and caught 100-kilo barramundi, honestly, that's just hot cock.
You are.
That's a true story. It's true. Okay, so it can be getting hot. It could be cooling. You know the drill. Firstly, Starbucks coffee. People, it was once super hot. Then it became quite a pariah. But as it rebounded, Starbucks coffee, hot or not?
Not for me.
No,
It
not
never
hot.
has been
It's
for
not
me.
hot here. No.
Jack?
No.
Nah, not in Australia. Not
No.
hot at all.
No, I'm the same.
Remember
You got to go
when
to
they
local.
just all disappeared? Something weird happened.
It did happen.
Yeah, they were everywhere, and then they all disappeared, and there was like one or two free. Yeah,
I
weird.
think Magic Johnson's got about 40% of that company.
Really?
He's
Oh,
doing
no, I
well.
love magic.
Okay, what about this one? People jumping on Instagram, whinging about their lot or their day.
Well,
That is so cold.
so
no.
cold.
It is, geez, I tell
That's
you.
why I don't do Facebook, because it's more prevalent on Facebook.
I think
Just
I
whining.
don't think it was
Ugh.
ever hot though. I
Yeah.
think it was always
was
people.
always-
People were doing it, but I don't think it was ever hot.
Yeah, people getting on there.
What's worse? Okay, I got one figure. What's worse? People that go on there and whinge about their day, or people that sit there and gloat about their day and try to give you inspiring motivational
Tell you how to live
words
your
of
life.
wisdom all the time.
Blah, blah,
Oh,
blah.
mate, I follow some absolute dribblers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put them on mute. I've learned mute.
Peas in a pod.
Just kinda
That's what
nice.
they are. Okay, hoodies.
Oh, there.
Oh, Cooper loves them.
I love a hoodie, eh? Well, like when
In
the
winter.
when the weather's appropriate.
Yeah, no, but Cooper, even through like the summer months, you'd whack a hoodie on. I'd go, "Who are you,
Hoodies
Melbourne boy?"
I like them. Hoodies are comfortable.
I think it was a Melbourne thing
They're
you picked up.
fashionable.
When I
they look
shoplift, I always wear a hoodie. I stole Fisherman's Friends the other day. Got it for good. Okay, what about this one?
Kids,
Guys,
he doesn't
I'm
really steal.
I'm gonna no,
And don't steal.
Of course not. What about this one? Matching tracksuits. Like, so you got
Oh, top to bottom.
So you got the Adidas tracksuit top and the pants. What do you think? The complete tracksuit.
Unless you're like a lad or an
In the
SHA
mafia or a
you're over-
Russian.
or you're in the UK in some sort of like soccer gang.
Spiv.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
please not.
But don't be doing it.
What about if you're a
Or
drug
if
dealer?
you're or if you're Matty John's doing a Metro promotion, maybe.
Oh, that's right. Very good, Jack. Great memory.
Yeah,
And they got that really stupid look on his face too, so he just looked like sheer evil.
That was just his.
It actually looked like you were posing, like a proper poser.
right. This one, black football boots. The old-fashioned black football
Boring.
boots are. Trisha, how many pairs of boots have you wore?
Well,
Okay.
I've seen a lot of them. I bought a lot of them.
Boys.
Yeah.
Do you think black football boots are back in, or is it still the old silver and whatnot?
No, I don't think
Tyson
they're-
Frizzell rocks the black Pumas, Cobber.
He does. That's where I come up with it on the weekend. I looked at everyone's footwear and went,
I don't think they're hot though. They're definitely
Nah.
not. Like they're appropriate. You can wear them, but they're not like I wouldn't be like they're sick.
Can I ask, what's an inappropriate coloured football boot?
Oh, I think if you just had too many bright colours in
Like
one.
multicoloured.
If you had like
Yeah.
pink, green, yellow,
Yeah.
like all in one boot, you're going. Oh, okay.
the
Pooh Brown's no good as well, Trish.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
Pooh
wanna-
Brown would be great.
the
Khaki.
NFL
Khaki.
got a rule on it. Boots.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham Jr. around Christmas time wore like a Christmas boot and he got fined for it. Do you know the history of why people for years would not wear white boots?
Oh, that's an Australian
It's a
with
bad
the
luck.
NRL player.
Graham Langlands.
Yeah.
Before he got paid big money by Adidas to revolutionise and wear the white boots, white Adidas. Before the game, got a painkiller, hit a nerve, had like,
No feeling.
is an immortal, had the worst game of his career. Like his leg went literally dead, and he just threw the boots away. And for the next, let me think, 77. For the next 25 years, nobody wore
I was about to
coloured
say,
boots.
that's promotion gone wrong.
It was-
horribly
yeah,
wrong.
Yeah, it was. It was. Okay, it's time for Cooper's quiz.
We are, and this guys, thanks for your feedback last week. We did the NRL spine draft, and you guys loved it. You added up perfectly. Jack actually won. Jack was voted the best spine, which honestly blows my mind. I don't know how. his
Congratulations,
spine
Jacko.
managed to beat my spine.
What was who voted and what were the scores? Was there a second and third or?
Our list, yep, I got second, very close. You only beat me by 2 votes. Trish got third. I think she got.
Don't beat Matt.
Yes, you did. Thanks for that
Amazing.
wicked witch laugh.
Oh,
she
no
got
witch
third,
laugh.
and then Big M got fourth. I'm sorry.
See, again,
are you okay?
it's just typical Australia, tall poppy syndrome.
Syndrome.
Whatever.
Yep. So yeah, congratulations, Jack. I'll get a gift out to you this week for
Big
doing
week,
that, mate.
big week for Jack.
Yeah, huge week.
Tries.
So this week we're going to do a 4-person draft again of the best singers / frontmen for a Mount Rushmore.
Or women?
Yep, all women. Sorry, singers, frontmen. Sorry, mate. I'm not judging. But it's going to be a Mount Rushmore, and our listeners, same as last week. Go to my last post, vote for it, and you get to vote. Who do you think has the best Mount Rushmore? Jack, kick us off. Same style as last week. To Trish, to Dad, to me, who'll vote twice.
Do they have to be alive?
No, they don't have to be alive
Excellent.
Righto, let's get into it.
Okay. Freddie Mercury's my first.
Oh, damn, I had him on my list. I'm going Brendan Flowers.
Okay, kill us.
He's quite the performer.
I'll go my man, Liam Gallagher.
Oh, nice. I'm going to take these two. I'm going to go Elvis Presley, and then I'm going to take Michael Jackson.
Okay, I'm going to go Bruce Springsteen as the head of the Joey Street band. The E Street band.
Who is
Nice.
Bruce
I'm going Harry Styles. Harry Styles and Brendan Flowers.
Yeah, but
Mate, I'm going to have the entire female population
ovulating.
cinched.
Okay.
Do I go two now, Coop Dog?
You go two,
Yeah.
mate.
I'll go Frank Sinatra,
Yep.
Ooh.
and I'll go Marvin Gaye.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to give you my last two too.
No, do you only get one?
You only get one,
Oh
bud.
God, no one.
Come on.
There's always a George Harrison, my man.
Okay, I'll go Deborah Harry, Blondie.
Ooh, I'm going to take, you know what? I'm going to go David Bowie and Paul McCartney.
Oh, good one. I'll go Joey Ramone.
And I'm going Billy Joel. See what they did? They sort of got theirs in before ours. Or Jack, have you got one left?
Jack's got one left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There. Well, Cooper
I'm
sorted
gonna
himself
go.
out.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Robert Plant.
Oh, that's a good one. So, okay.
Interesting
So let's
combination.
lay that. You've gone.
My Mount Rushmore from left to right: Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney, and David Bowie.
Wow. Oh, some
It's
icons
okay.
there. Well, I don't know how mine stacks up now. I've gone Joey Ramone, Deborah Harry, Bruce Springsteen, Liam Gallagher. Good night out, though.
I reckon mine's amazing. Brendan Flowers, Harry Styles, George Harrison, and Billy Joel. I think we sound amazing and got some great performers.
Cool.
Let's get the
I've
audience.
gone Freddie Mercury, Frank Sinatra, Marvin Gaye, and Robert Plant. I'm pretty happy with that.
Interesting combination.
Great mix. Okay, Trish. We're getting to the point here now. Give us your feedback.
Yeah, there's a fair bit
Well
actually.
played, Cooper, by the way.
Well played. Jay just started coaching his daughter's league team. He wants some suggestion to make it fun so that they want to continue on and come back next year. You've coached kids' teams. You boys have been part of kids' teams. What have you got for
Can
us?
you just tell him, make sure this game isn't fun? This is a brutal game. You put your body through it every week. Those kids need to learn that from a young
Cull
age.
out first thing. Cull the kids who you know aren't going to make it. They're a waste of facilities. I know. No. A couple of things you do. Just basic
Make it
skills.
fun.
Basic skills and awareness. Touch football is great. Like touch football teaches all the basic skills, right? It makes them aware of the space around them, passing, hitting gaps. The other one you do, which is good, is that when you're on attack, the 3 vital tackles are 4, 5, and 6. So sometimes with Cooper side, we used to just get there. You do one hit up for the 3, and then you just do play 4, 5, and 6. And it just teaches the ball players to go back-to-back plays, and it teaches them to focus on their last tackle options.
Yeah, we still do that now.
Do you really?
Still do that. Did that in Melbourne and still do it at Manly.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's just fun. Like, people have all these newfangled ideas and everything. Honestly, the kids just want to play
Okay,
touch
stop
football.
talking now, Matt. Okay. Remember we asked for some hobbies for Matt. There weren't too many suggestions. Ricky offered fishing. Cassie offered paint by numbers and jewelry making.
What's paid by numbers?
They're little things you buy and they've got numbers there, and on each number you paint a certain colour.
I want to give that a go. Can you go buy me
I
one?
can. Also reading, which you actually do. Josh suggested surfing, but you can't really do that because of your neck and shoulder.
There's a trick. I've got something for you coming up pretty soon. There's a mate of mine that has got, he's quadriplegic, and we got buying him a surfboard, and he's so polite. He goes, "Oh, Matty,
He's the
I'd
most
love to
beautiful
do
fellow.
it," but he said, "I need someone to push me onto waves." And I said, "Perfect." So I'm going to borrow a steamer off Joey, and so mate, I'm just going to wade in the waves and push him onto it. I can't wait. I'm always looking for a reason to get in the ocean. Now I've got one.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Jackie says, Matt, football shorts never were a fashion
Is that
item.
your friend Jackie Saddington?
That is your friend, our
Well,
friend, the family friend,
Jackie-
Jack's godmother. And she said, "Can you do you see women walking around in the Swifts uniform?" Fair call.
Well,
Hey, Cole.
look, Jackie. Look, mate, you're
Gav, you sick man.
Jackie, you're entitled to your opinion, but no one listens. Mate.
Okay. Now, and remember we spoke about Tesla. Now, JC from, is it Mosgiel in the South Island of New Zealand, informed me that Tesla, is named after Nikola Tesla, a Serbian-American inventor, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, best known for his contributions to the design of modern alternating current AC electricity supply. So therefore,
Thanks,
that's
Scoop.
why.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know
Took
that.
the words right out of my mouth.
It's not something I've gone looking for. I mean, he passed away in 1943, so he was early stages. And the last thing is, and Matt, you can go away and think about this for next week. Jonathan asks if you can give us a top 5 or 10 YouTube concerts for a Saturday night when someone's sitting at home on their own having a drink.
I can do that.
Good.
I can do that.
Do that.
Now, who's got some tips for the week?
I don't have much tips for the week. Just plenty of football this weekend. Plenty of great games on.
Easter long weekend. Everyone have a good time.
Yeah.
Don't don't go too crazy on
No.
Thursday,
Lock up-
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah. Lock up your doors as well. That filthy bunny getting inside.
Yeah,
The
that's
what?
right.
Oh, the bunny.
Yeah, be careful.
Do they have chlamydia?
No,
Oh, they
Koala.
can.
they can do. it.
Oh,
but-
no.
Does
what
the
is
Easter
it?
Bunny have chlamydia?
That's koalas.
Well, he might have the Kalichi virus.
No, they do
In a
have
few
it. No,
years.
rabbits particularly have it as something.
No.
What is it? It's not rabies. It's myxomatosis.
Myxomatosis.
Ah.
Everyone, and this week, say a prayer for the West Tigers. Okay, that's all from us. You get a lot of flack. I was always growing up a Tigers man. Gav's a Tigers man. Boys, if you're out there, you're getting a lot of flack, but you will turn it around.
Do you know what? If they're your team, support your team.
Yeah. Stop giving
David Clemens 200th.
Is it? Good.
It is. Big
Excellent.
Dave.
Yeah, and look, the Easter Monday game is always good for them. They oftentimes go good. I think it'll be a cracking game between them and the Power Royals. Both of them need a win. That's all we've got time for this week. I really hope you enjoyed it. Look after yourselves. Enjoy Easter. And
Look after yourselves, everyone.
That's what.
Thanks for saying that again, Trish.
No, but you do need to look after yourself.
It's like an echo in here. Righto.
I
bye-bye.
care. See ya. Love you, boys.
In this blue shade, my tears dry on their own. I don't understand. Why do I stress the man?